Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I play the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Tom Rayleigh. Tonight, we are playing a scenario from the Grindhouse, Isle of the Damned. It was written by Alex Guillotte and Ian Christiansen. It's in the Grindhouse Collection, Volume 1, and you can buy it from Drive-Thru RPG. Our game master is Keith Craig, and this is a long one-shot. So without any further delay, let's begin our journey into the darkness. Keith?
Thank you, Tom. It is July 1974, off the coast of Maine. For more than a decade, a small group of close friends have gone on a yearly vacation together, and they have one rule when choosing the destination. It has to be off the beaten path. No five-star hotels, no gift shops, and no cheesy shot glasses and ashtrays. And definitely no crowds of tourists with their screaming brats. This year, they found an ad in a local paper for a vacation rental on a small island about a mile off the coast of Maine. They quickly snatched it up and find themselves riding in a trolley with their captain, Del Levinson, headed there. We join them now as they head off for a vacation they'll never forget. Oh yeah, you guys picked a good time to come up here. The sun will be up late, and you'll be able to enjoy the sea breeze coming off, and be able to sit there and take a break from the world.
That's the idea.
Good.
Are there any other people on the island?
Oh no, just the one cabin. I gained possession of it about a little over a year ago. Got it in a government auction. It got seized from unpaid taxes, and I snatched it up. You're the first people to rent it.
Oh, cool.
They got good hunting on the island.
Oh well, I imagine there's some small animals, not any big game. There's not enough island to really support deer or anything. But the squirrels and all, I'm sure they got some of that if you're into it. Fishing's good.
Oh, I love to fish.
Me too.
Well, then you're in luck. I got the generator all gassed up for you. So when you get up there, I got it hooked up to a car battery. Just throw the switch and that'll get it started. You'll have electricity. You just got to fill it up about every 12 hours. There's a couple cans of gas sitting next to it.
No phone line, I suppose.
Oh no, you'll be there. There's a radio at the pier that you can reach me to. I got it tuned up to the channel. It's on an HF frequency, so you'll be able to reach me.
Does it have plumbing?
It has a well. There's an outhouse though, ma'am.
Come on.
Did you pick this one, Merrick? I thought I said last time, no outhouses.
If you want to get away, you have to get away. Plumbing is on the grid.
Does it have mattresses on the beds?
Oh yeah. It's got mattresses to it. I've got some canned goods that I've stocked it in just in case. I was worried about someone getting up there not knowing what they're doing and not have some food. So I got some canned goods stocked in there for you and all.
All right. So speaking of which, we did bring some groceries of our own, didn't we?
Oh yeah. Not to mention the liquor.
Cool.
I mean, always mention the liquor. That's what I say.
I feel like that, July should be good for sea breezes, of the kind that come in tumblers.
Archie, I hope you're not going to smoke that thing in the cabin, because recent studies have shown that smoke is not really as healthy as everybody thought 10 years ago.
But I'm on a ship.
Well, I mean, you can smoke here. I mean, I don't care. It's smoke outside.
Who
when
the
you
hell
get
gets
there.
on a boat and doesn't take an opportunity to smoke a pipe?
I feel like ship is a pretty generous label.
I'm just saying
I
that
said
the cabin.
boat.
I said cabin.
The
You have to
lady's
be-
right. It is a boat. It is a boat, not a ship. But
You have to be able to put your foot up on a rock, put on a cardigan, look at the sea, and smoke a pipe if you're going to be in Maine.
Is it
That's right, thank
technically a
you.
boat or is it a ship? I mean, because the actual definition is that a boat can be put onto a ship, but you
Well,
can't
it-
put a ship on a boat.
he kind of chuckles. He's like, "Yeah, it's a boat. You can put this on one of those big ocean liners without a problem."
Which is why submarines are called U-boats, because they were originally put on ships and lowered into water.
Hmm.
Turns out you
So-
can still get history lessons from off the grid.
You know, I got a million of them.
Everett's fast facts have begun. Settle in, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, if you up there in the bow, don't mind throwing over the bumper so we don't bump into the pier. We'll be pulling up there.
I got that for you.
There you go. There you go. He kind of he guides it in there very skillfully, but the ocean's kind of rocking, so the bumpers down does help. He pulls in there. He kind of throws a line over and ties the back of the boat to the pier and hops on out.
I'll help him. I'll hop on out and put the loop over the cleat in the pier.
Thank you.
I forgot to ask, are we all from Maine or New England at least?
Yes.
Okay, so we kind of are familiar with fishing boats, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was. Mhm.
I like fishing, so I would know fishing boats and things like that. Wow. Well, let's grab our junk and go.
All
Uh,
So as you get out, the pier it juts out into the ocean about 50 feet, and there's a little shack right where the land meets the pier, and you can see it's got a tall antenna coming out of it. And goes, that's where the radio's at. Like I said, it's tuned to the right channel. Just pick it up, hold down the mic, and say Bleak Island, Levinson, Bleak Island, Levinson, Bleak Island, Levinson. Then release the button. If you don't release the button, I can't call you back because you'll be transmitting on the frequency, and I'll get back to you. It might take a couple times because if it's I might be asleep, but if you need anything, I'll come out here and help you.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come down to that, eh?
Oh, I doubt it will. You guys seem like a pretty reasonable group of people, confident.
I mean, if there's a situation that Henry can't handle, then that'll be the day.
Nah.
Henry, get your muscly ass over here and help me get these bags out of the.
All right. Just let me get my rifle. Got to sling that over me back.
That fills up.
Once you have the boat unloaded, he of course he goes, I'll pick you up in a week unless you need something earlier. And
All right.
unties it, and then he puts on out, disappearing into the over the horizon.
Daphne, what the hell do you have packed in here? Did you bring your whole wardrobe?
No, my books.
Oh,
I am
Jesus
here to
Christ.
Sit back and read a book and feel the breeze on my face.
Don't want to enjoy nature?
If I wasn't such a gentleman, I'd have you haul this damn thing up to the house. You're going to give me a freaking heart attack.
As you look around the island, you see that the island shoreline has most of its jagged rocks and boulders. There is one part that looks like it's got kind of like those crushed rocks, so you can kind of go down there, but you probably want to wear sandals. You wouldn't want to walk barefoot on it. Most of the trees are balsam fir, and there is like a pea gravel path leading up into the middle of the island.
Would you say that it's heavily wooded in the middle of the island?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, this is pretty.
It is nice. I guess you didn't do too bad, Merrick.
The air smells nice and good, salty.
Yeah. Salt
Pleasant.
breeze.
What
Let's
time
see.
of day is it?
We'll say it's probably mid-afternoon, about 1600, 4 o'clock.
Okay. Let's get up to the house. I wonder if it's going
Yeah.
to be chilly. Did anybody check the weather report today?
No.
Is there a fireplace? I mean, a fire. We can see a chimney. I mean, it's New England. Of course there is.
Yeah, it's a question of whether it's a fireplace or a wood stove.
I was like, are they allowed to build a?
Yeah, 70s, they didn't care. Burn the whole freaking forest down. Nobody cared. All right. So we're going to haul this stuff up there.
Get settled in.
It is not too far of a walk, maybe about a half a mile up there. As you come over the hill, you see the cabin. It's a rustic structure with shuttered windows, and it's got a sturdy front door. There's a stone well with a wood cover about a dozen steps away from the front door, and a lot of the stones here are covered in a lichen and a moss. But as promised, there is a generator. It's not next to the front door. It's kind of off to the side of the building.
Because it makes noise. We don't want to have to hear that all night long. But Jesus, how much are we paying for this place? It's pretty damn primitive.
I don't think we paid that much, but it wasn't cheap.
Is this cabin 80 years old, 20 years old?
You could make I would say probably.
Would natural world work?
That or maybe anthropology if you have any.
Archaeology.
Yeah, archaeology. But natural world, I'll say, maybe we could probably judge what the building around it if you get a hard on that.
It got an extreme. I rolled a 6 on natural history of 60.
Nice.
Natural world.
It looks like it is probably was built in the teens.
Okay.
Well,
So it's sturdy. Probably a stone foundation, and then was it split logs sort of thing?
Yeah.
And what's the chimney look like?
It's in the coming out of. It looks like it's probably in the front room of your estimate of it, and it is made out of stone.
big rocks. Yeah, big stones.
Great. All right, so we need to air the place out, choose our sleeping arrangements.
Find a broom, sweep it, just to make sure there's no cobwebs or bugs or.
Wouldn't want to go to sleep with any ticks.
Yeah, probably not enough mammals on this island to support ticks.
Yeah.
You want a bonfire tonight? I could gather some wood.
Is
I
there a
could help you
woodshed?
out with that.
Yeah. It's probably a wood pit.
If not, we could just dig one.
Yeah, you probably need to do that. There's not like a pre-built wood pit for a bonfire outside, but
I brought supplies for s'mores. So figured that'd be nice.
Well, if you want to gather firewood and I could do some digging and get that ready.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll start up the generator if I can figure it out.
I'll go see if the house is up to
Lights.
clean.
And I'll smoke outside.
Smoke outside.
yeah. All right, so Merrick, you go up to the generator and you can see on there he's got written out on a piece of paper. He's got it taped there, instructions, but like he says, hey, it's already been gassed up. And about 10 feet away, you see some other gas cans, some jerry cans piled up with some gas, and there goes. I've got it hooked up to a car battery. Just flip the switch and it'll ignite. You don't have to. Doesn't have a pull start or anything.
Great.
I wouldn't turn it on until night, but
Well, we want to, be able to turn lights on just to see around the cabin. I mean, it's probably on the inside pretty shady.
Well, there's
It's
also
true, we might not
land
leave it on.
we've got a limited amount of petrol there, so
I mean, if it's late at night and Daphne wants to do some reading, we can just light some lanterns or candles.
And he left you enough gas because his plan was to have enough gas because he wants you guys to give him review, however they reviewed stuff in the 70s.
Like, did I find this in a magazine?
I know.
How did anybody
talk
do
to other
anything?
people about it.
Some dead trees told you that.
Yeah.
We should come up with a system where we can alert other people about the reviews. Campers Magazine.
Back pages. Mother Earth catalog. So generator works fine?
Yep.
Good.
It fires right up. If you have any mechanical repair or any skills, it. You can hear it's running really well. It's definitely been maintained and taken care of. All right, Daphne, what were you doing?
Just collecting some firewood if there isn't already some chopped.
Okay, so out front, in the front of the building, there's not as many trees because that's where the trail and the well and stuff. So you'd have to go off to the side of the house to collect it and everything. Give me a spot hidden.
You know what poison ivy looks like, right?
Yeah.
We should all know what that looks like.
That is 67 out of 70, so just barely.
All right. Oh, as you're collecting it up, you find some bones, not like kind of curved, but probably bigger than your index finger, but not like human-sized rib bones or anything.
Sure.
But kind of a
It's probably
pot.
some animals or something, yeah.
But wood, yeah, no problem. You're able to find there's always dead branches that have fallen off trees laying around and stuff. Henry?
I was just digging up a fire pit, getting it ready. So once we've got wood, it would all be ready.
Yeah, no problem. And Archibald, you were sitting outside smoking?
That's right.
Yeah, you can do that without any problem.
There's only so much to be done, and they already said they would do everything. I would just get in the way,
I like your thinking. And Dr. Everett, you head on inside?
I go inside. I'm going to check and see what food stores there are. I'm going to wipe everything down. It's probably dusty, germs.
Cool.
So,
I'll go ahead and share the map. So you come in at on the side over there into room 1. Sorry, that is the entrance hall. So in the entry hall, when you open it up, it does have a smell of a building. When buildings haven't had people coming in and out of it, they get that little bit of a musty smell to it. It doesn't smell mildewy or anything. The entry hall light is on. It came on when Merrick started the generator. At the back of the entry hall, you see a large antique wardrobe, and there is a Oriental style rug on the floor.
I just get to cleaning.
Okay. Starting in the hallway. And there's going to be some dust but
Sure.
But it doesn't look like this has been in a building that someone hasn't taken care of.
Right. And I want to see what food he did leave us. If he claims he left us food.
All right. So that'll be the pantry. To get there, you have to walk through the living room. In the living room, there's the table. It looks like it's set up to be a dining room table, a rough stone fireplace with a heavy oak mantle, and a half cord of firewood and kindling is stacked next to it for you. There is a large armchair next to a glass cabinet that contains plates, mugs, cutlery. They're hanging above the fireplace. There is a large mounted deer head, and on the far wall there is a portrait of a younger man with dark hair and glasses sitting in a stuffed chair with a book on his lap.
Nice enough. I'll dust that off.
Okay. And then the pantry. As you go into the pantry, it has its floor-to-ceiling wooden shelves, and there are several dozen mason jars of preserved foods, tomato sauce, vegetable stew, ham hocks, pickled eggs, pearl onions, most of the stuff that you can and make last a while.
Yeah, it's actually where you said it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and we've been traveling a bit, so might as well start something for dinner. I'm gonna make spaghetti.
Mm.
Got 15 different kinds of cutlery to serve it with.
Right.
Yeah, if there's spaghetti and spaghetti sauce, and
Or you guys might have brought some with you.
we might have
or
brought stuff with us. So
Right.
after I've wiped everything down and cleaned it, then I'll start making some spaghetti.
Okay. So I'll describe the kitchen to you. The kitchen has a sturdy table that takes up a fair portion of the kitchen. There is a 1950s era refrigerator that is humming in the corner. Now there's electricity. Now the door was left ajar, or else you know how refrigerators will get really kind of stinky if they keep the door shut when the power's not on. There is a sink that has a hand pump. When you pump it, cold, clear water does come out, and it is a wood-fired stove.
Okay, cool. So I'll go get some of the wood that Daphne's probably. Well, there's probably a wood pile, wouldn't there be?
They had left some. He had left some wood by the
Sure.
fireplace and everything. Yeah.
I'm quite capable of all of that, so I'll get some of that.
All right.
I'm not going to lift anything or carry anything too heavy, but you know, just this is housework. It's easy enough.
Right. All right. The other four, you've got your wood all gathered up, stacked up by the fire pit that Henry dug out really nice. Archibald probably was observing all that, coming up with lots of synonyms for sweaty work or.
Yes, dreary, dreadful,
Laborious.
laborious,
All right.
I'd like to try the.
tiresome, irksome.
Is there a bucket on a rope in the well? Is it that sort of jobby, fairy tale style?
The well. Yes, it is. Now it's not like the kind with the crank. It's kind of the one you put the bucket down. You just got to pull the rope up yourself with your hands.
Great. Yeah, I think, and there's probably, I'll look in the kitchen or pantry for, there are probably a few pitchers around, because
Yeah.
when you have to pull water, carry water, you have things to carry water in.
Yeah.
So I'm going to taste the well water because, I'm curious. It seems like it might get brackish here, but.
It is. Yep. When you pull the water up, it is a little brackish and has a little bit of that iron flavor to it.
All right. Well, we're outdoors. It's nice.
Well, we've also got the pump inside, so that's probably coming from a different tap. That's probably better. It's filtered through the ground.
All right. Yeah. If there's any difference, that's Daphne, do you want me to explain the outhouse to you, or?
Yeah, I can figure it
Okay.
out. Thank you.
You could put a couple books in there.
I don't think it's that difficult.
No, it's not. that
Somebody should
difficult.
go in there and make sure there's no spiders, black widows, or
Yeah,
That's true. I will do that.
yeah, it's worth taking a swing at. And it's probably is
Uh-oh, did we lose David?
uh-oh.
we lost you
You
for a
cut out for a
second.
second. It was probably, that's all I got.
Is there a store of candles in the parlor, in the pantry or the kitchen?
Yes.
Because I'm sure there's no electrical line out to the outhouse, and you don't
There-
want to.
No, there's not.
So yeah, let's stick a couple candles in there in
Yeah, so-
prevention of future need.
But I
Is
will do
that
that. I'll go.
is
clean
there
it
a
up.
wood pile between the back door and the outhouse?
There is not.
There is something on the map that looks like a pile of things.
Oh, let me look at it.
That looks like a wood pile in the backyard.
Oh, yeah. I guess that is a wood pile. Yes, we will say that's a wood pile then.
If this were my cabin, I would build a little
Dry shed to put it in.
yeah.
Yeah,
I would
to
not
keep
leave
it
that
from getting
piled up on
rained
the
on.
ground.
Well, let's hope for clear weather for the next week then.
No. Still, it's the kind of thing that makes me want to go out there and stack it all nice and neatly. I don't like disorganization.
It's
Well,
We're
relatable.
on vacation. We're on vacation, Everett. Just enjoy
Yeah,
it.
but that's you say it like that, except that it makes me uncomfortable. So I'm much more comfortable once it's stacked up and organized.
Luckily, we won't be having any surgeries here, so we can have a degree of informality.
We could have a surgery if you want. I don't do surgery. I'm a doctor, not a surgeon.
All surgeons are doctors, but not all doctors are surgeons.
It's a whole nother thing they do. Oddly enough, too, the tradition is that if you're a surgeon, you're called Mr. And if you're a doctor, you're called a doctor, even though a
Archie.
surgeon is a doctor.
You're missing more fast facts.
Oh, I want to say missing.
So when you went out to the outhouse, as you predicted, there are some spiders in there because they like dark places. And
take a broom to that situation all around.
There's probably not windows. There's probably just cut
Little-
openings, right?
yeah.
Little moon.
little moon, yeah.
Where did that tradition start and why does it persist?
It's so really weird.
Is that
Oh,
a
you don't
surprise
know
Everett
Everett?
doesn't
Come
know?
on.
I'm surprised everyone doesn't know. Yeah.
Actually, I probably do know, and I just can't remember. But
Sure.
Well, we've still got a couple hours of daylight, and while Everett makes dinner, anyone want to do a quick hike with me around the surroundings?
I would enjoy seeing do you feel like a shore roundabout sort of thing?
Well, if we can fit that in, sure.
how big of an island is it? Do you think
Oh.
half an hour to walk all the way around?
Maybe a little bit longer. If it was an improved trail, it'd be a half hour. But since you're gonna have to tread a little bit more carefully, it'd probably get you closer to an hour to go around.
Well, I don't go too far because dinner, you want dinner hot. It'll be hot and ready in about 40 minutes.
Well, we'll just get a lay of the land. We'll be back.
Yeah, I'm curious if there's
Better
any
be on the
beach
porch.
that isn't just rock.
I don't have any medical stuff here, so don't get hurt.
Don't
Watch
listen to
out
any
the plan.
sirens.
Watch
singing
your
on the beach.
steps. I was
Will do.
thinking,
All right. So Henry and Merrick, you guys are going for a walk around the island, the perimeter,
Yeah.
and you're cooking there, Everett,
I'm reading on the
yes.
porch.
reading on the porch, and Archibald, you still hanging out on the porch?
Yep.
All right. All right, Everett, while you were cooking, give me a listen roll.
Oh, I don't even have my 10 dice out. Hold on.
Oh,
Listen, roll. 48. Where is my character? Oh, we don't have all of the things. Oh, wait, here it is. I missed it by 8 points. I'll spend 8 points of luck.
okay.
Where's my luck? Oh, there it is. Okay.
All right, so as you're cooking, you got the water boiling to soften up the noodles and all that good stuff that you do. You hear this sounds like something falls over. Sounds like it kind of came. You're not sure, but if you could pass through the wall into the entry hall, it sounded like it came from that direction.
Like something fell over?
Yep.
Well, I'm stirring, but I don't need to stir constantly, so I'll set the spoon down on the thing and I'll go look around the corner, see in the entry hall.
Okay. And when you look, you don't see anything disturbed.
Nothing's fallen over.
Mm-mm.
I wonder if something on the roof, something outside hit the wall. I'll just go back. I'll ignore it.
Okay. Yeah. No problem. For the two out hiking, you're enjoying the walk, and he can give me a navigate or a natural world there with a bonus die.
With a bonus die, that is a 50, which is exactly my natural world.
I'm following you, survivalist. 99 twice.
Oh,
Ow.
wow. That's a lot of nines. So as you're going along, you kind of see some, just a beautiful area, but you do see some signs of that the island used to have larger life than what you would think that it could support.
Right, because I have a little bit of a busman's holiday in mind. I'm sure you do too, Henry. I mean, if I can get just a few sweet, migratory bird pictures while we're here on vacation, you never know, they'll come in handy. But there's signs of what? Bark having been eaten, or are we bones, or?
Well, yeah, the bark, but it looks like the trees were scarred, not recently, but probably a decade ago, and some of them still bear the scars of where they were being chewed on.
How now? So when the boat came up, we saw the island, from side to side. So we have a rough sense of its size. And how far was it from some other land place? Were there other islands that we could see, or is it
1 mile off the coast, right?
Yeah, you're off the coast, and so like you could probably see some islands on a clear day, but they're kind of at that point where they're get a little hazy.
Mm-hmm. So anything that lived here that was bigger than a rodent is going to have a pretty isolated time, and it's pretty far for any like ungulates to swim, and there's no way that a bear could make it. I wonder what did mark this all up.
It's pretty puzzling, I mean, you wouldn't think that any life that big could live here for very long, but it's curious to think that there was. Maybe there's more to this ecosystem than we think, eh?
Yeah, well, we'll have once we've got a full day, we should see what is in the woods instead of just around them.
Well, I plan to look at every nook and cranny.
All right, and the coast is it's like granite mostly, broken up, and maybe little shingly beaches, but mostly just rocks.
Yep.
Yeah, got that austere Maine beauty that is pleasantly cool this time of year and probably a real misery in December.
Mm-hmm. That ocean's probably a little chilly.
Yeah. No, I think that there might be a bit of waiting if we have a hot day, but I don't go out in that gray water.
No, too much risk of a riptide, if you ask me.
Well, there's that too. Who knows what kind of, loony currents are around here, depending on what's under the water. We probably need to get back before Everett's pasta gets a little sticky, or he's going to yell at us.
I think I smell it on the wind.
Yeah, that's just Brian.
Yeah. All right. So you guys make it back. You see Daphne and Archibald sitting out on the porch.
Don't strain your page finger. Got a whole week ahead of you. You don't want to have an early injury.
Did you see anything interesting?
That's pretty gorgeous. I mean, it definitely feels like a rock in the middle of the Atlantic. But
Sure.
We're trying to figure out what the biggest mammal that could live here is.
Yeah, I saw some kind of large bones when I was picking firewood. Seemed a little strange because the guy who brought us here said there wasn't really much out here.
Are you guys in the cabin or just outside the cabin?
I guess we're standing on the porch. Yeah.
And we probably threw all the windows open, so it wouldn't be surprising if it hurt us.
I'll just yell out, could have been a bear.
How the hell would a bear live here?
A bear
his
wouldn't
bones
be
were not
eating
that
bark.
Bear
That's
might not live here. It might just, these islands aren't that far apart. This is Maine.
Bears swim, but do they navigate
Well,
Atlantic islands?
the ones that don't make it to the island die. The ones that make it to the island live until they run out of food, and then they die.
Is
Right,
dinner
and-
ready, Everett?
It's just about there. Yeah. Could somebody come in and set the table? We brought paper plates, but I don't think they're adequate. There are some dishes in here. They're all different. Every single damn one of them.
Well, sure, and they're all chipped. I actually, give me 5 minutes. I'll throw together some garlic bread too.
It's kind of charming. Yeah.
Mm.
Well, there's garlic right there. There's some that I brought with me. So
Well, I think the paper plates will work if you stack 3 of them together per person.
just use, it's not like we're asking you to do the dishes afterwards. But
No one's asking Archie to do anything. Fear not. Your job is to maintain a smoky atmosphere around you at all times. Maintain a
And it's
degree
a
of
job I
literary
work
distance.
very hard at.
It's true.
Yeah. No
Uh,
wonder the book's not done yet.
Ooh, this pantry is pretty good. I mean, is that pickled cauliflower? That might be nice.
yeah. It looks
No,
like
it's
it.
harder to write books than it is to read them, Daphne.
Looks like
Let's
he's
go have some
got quite an array of pickled stuff in here, which is nice.
Baked
It is.
beans.
Nice during the hot of the day. Have a nice cold pickles.
Is that some kind of knuckle? Ugh.
Maybe. All right. So I dish it up onto the plates and put it out. We've got all different silverware. It's very, very quaint.
Were you going to eat in the kitchen or the sitting room, the front room?
Well, I don't think we need to be formal. So just
I kind of
take
want
your
to eat on
plate and
the.
sit where you're comfortable.
I kind of want to eat on the front porch and just look at like the setting sun, listen to the wild.
That works too.
But I was thinking that too, Henry. It is very pleasant outside.
Just don't get spaghetti sauce on it. I'm mother
Okay,
hen,
Dad.
so
It'll be fine. If we make a mess, we'll clean it up. Simple as that.
just don't want to give what's his name any reason to charge us extra money for cleaning the place up after we leave.
It all seems pretty relaxed to me. And the
Yes.
whole my pantry is your pantry thing is a nice touch.
What did he say we were supposed to yell in? Bleak
Bleak Island
to
11?
Levinson?
Bleak Island
Levinson? Levin?
11son.
We got to make
Is
sure
that his
we.
name?
Yeah, he's Del Levinston or Del Levin.
Ah,
Bill Levinson. Yeah.
all right.
Not that we're going to need him. And I'm pulling the garlic bread out of the wood stove, and I didn't bring a corkscrew, but I brought 6 bottles of wine.
There's
I have got a
corkscrew. He's got one hanging on the fridge. So
Excellent.
now here's salt and pepper. I purposefully went light on the sodium because if you want to add salt, you can add salt.
You're not a surgeon, and you're also not our doctor, so you probably don't have to be that cautious about everything.
No, but
I appreciate it. You can't take salt out.
I definitely cooked with salt. It's just not very much, and you might want more. Some people like it salty.
Archie, should I find an entire salt rock for you?
There's a whole ocean of salt around, so I
That's
think it'll be
true.
okay.
Fresh salt. Don't get better than that.
All right. So the people that are eating inside, go ahead and give me a listen roll.
No, not this time.
Regular success.
Okay. And you're eating in the kitchen, correct?
I thought the front room has the larger
front room-
table
We're
in it.
sitting at the
does.
front,
And
at
that
the
way you
table.
can call out to the people on the porch and give them a hard
Outside.
time.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So you hear it sounds like it's coming in the direction of the kitchen. When it sounds like someone drags a table, but they don't lift it up, how it
Right,
kind
so
of
squeak grind.
yeah, just for a moment.
Who's in the kitchen?
Is there something in the kitchen?
I heard something.
It's a
I'll go
creaky
check.
old house.
I'll go check. I heard something earlier. It sounded like something fell. I was wondering if I didn't see anything in here that fell. Maybe on the roof, but I'll go check.
You think if there's rats, we could ask him to split the cost with us?
It only seems fair.
The rats in the walls are for free.
But when you go into the kitchen, give me a spot hidden.
79. What is my spot hidden?
Oh,
It's hard to find things on here. Oh, spot hidden 40. No, I'm oblivious.
do we have a sixth guest?
I don't see
somebody should be
anything.
squatting this place. That'd be spooky.
There's nowhere for anyone to hide unless he's invisible. But
You can find that in
I
the
don't,
It's a
madhouse.
spirit.
I don't
It's a
see any
spirit
rats or
operating.
mice or anything.
No, you don't see any like droppings or anything when you're going around either.
Maybe this is the day where you start believing in ghosts, Everett. I've been telling you about them for years.
I think Daphne might be right. It's just the place settles and shifts. It is all wood, isn't it? Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
It's true. I mean, just having opened up the doors and windows for the first time, and who knows how long everything's going to be
Yeah, changing.
adjusting. Unless it's the ghost of that buck.
Buck on the wall. His eyes follow you around the room. There's no like attic in this place. It's not that big, right? It's just
It does look like there would be room for an attic.
so there's a peaked
Yep.
roof. That would make sense just because of the snow.
Yeah, you can't have a flat roof on a place like this.
I
wonder if there's a trap door up there.
just kind of walk around looking to see if there is like a trapdoor leading up into the ceiling. Like in houses.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So when you go to the hallway that leads to the bedrooms, you definitely see the attic door. Now it doesn't have the little rope hanging down like you would see, but
It's the kind you'd have to climb up on a ladder and lift it up into the.
Mhm.
I'm like, well, there's an attic. There's a way up into the attic.
Well,
I'm not going to worry about it. It could be raccoons.
Yeah, there got to be raccoons or squirrels or something up there. I mean, why not? It's a shelter.
As long as they don't come down in the middle of the night and sit on our faces.
Don't let your noodles get cold.
All right.
Porch people, are you listening?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. What?
So there appear to be 3 bedrooms and a
Oh.
bath. We are 5. Daphne, of course, sleeps with her books, so she'll need a room to herself.
I can share a bed if I need to, Mary. It's not a big deal.
Well, not everyone here is equally trustworthy, but we have to figure out now. I assume Henry brought a bedroll of some kind and plans to sleep out on the roof or the porch or.
Well, if you
Under
want
the
me to
trees.
sleep out on the porch, I will. I don't
just-
really mind. I've got a tent packed as well.
I mean, since when do we start listening to what Merrick wants? What do you want, Henry? What do you want to do?
What do I want? Honestly, a bed does sound more comfortable. I think I'm gonna sleep in the room that's got that bear skin on the floor.
Oh, the bear skin.
But I'll leave the bed to someone else. I'll just put up my bedroll on the floor.
We get to finally find out which one of us is gay.
About time.
One way, right?
Is there anything like is there any storage area other than the pantry? There's no cellar, right? I'm wondering if there's a handful, I'm wondering if there's a couple of army cots around somewhere, because it seems like it's a big enough building for a lot of people, but there aren't a lot of individual beds.
Is there
Now,
a couch?
Now, room 8, the middle bedroom, it is a bunk bed.
Ah,
There you go.
okay.
That
So there's
helps.
4.
Yeah.
Is there a couch in the living room?
There's not. There is a rather comfy looking chair with a ottoman you can put your feet up on.
Conversely, we could put a pillow in the tub.
My
I'll
goodness.
just-
Henry, I will sleep in the room with you. If you want the bed, the rug on the floor, that is fine by me. There
I'll
is a
set
bunk
my-
bed, 2 of you can sleep in, and someone can sleep
I'll
alone.
just put my bedroll on the bear rug and I'll be comfy.
Yeah, that'd be nice. You could commune
Sounds
with
good.
an animal spirit.
Maybe find out what
If
those
it's-
bite
if
on the
it's-
bark marks were, eh?
If it's not comfortable, we can switch off tomorrow.
I
that's-
call dibs on the lower bunk.
Fair enough. Are you
I'm
still
not-
snoring, or did you get that thing?
That stupid little clippy thing that you put on your nose.
Yeah.
I don't think it works, but then again, nobody sleeps with me, so I don't know if it works or not.
We'll find out all too soon. We should do a little bit of meal planning before we tuck into the whiskey for the night, because we do have, we need to figure out roughly what's going on. I'm going to open this jar of pickled cauliflower though, because I'm curious.
Got to
String beans, garlic, yeah.
Well, I brought the garlic.
Well, the pickled too, though.
Yeah.
Is there a refrigerator in here?
There is.
Yeah,
Icebox
there is.
or anything? Okay.
Yep, there is a
Yeah,
refrigerator.
we put our food in the fridge, so we got eggs in the morning and bacon.
Just making, I was wondering.
Yeah. Got
Yeah, eggs, bacon, toast, grits for breakfast. That's what I think.
Yeah, I require a certain amount of animal fat to make my coffee friendly in the morning.
Well, and be cautious with those pickles. The salt is probably really high. Sometimes you're supposed to put them in cold water overnight so that it leaches out some of the salt. They don't taste so much like brine.
I
When did you
appreciate
become
you
the
looking
Surgeon
out for us.
General?
And be
Jesus.
careful about going outside because the sea spray
I'm not-
also contains a lot of salt.
I'm not a surgeon. I keep telling you that.
Beware, there may be barnacles in them their waters
the
that will
surgeon
attach
does-
to you and suck your blood dry.
Surgeons don't care if you misuse your body because they get to fix it. I'm the one who.
Okay.
Well,
I'm gonna go start a bonfire.
All right. Yeah.
I'm gonna go step outside and start a bonfire. And pour
Bonfire.
myself a large glass of wine.
Does anybody want to help me do the dishes, or I'll just do them?
I'll give
Well-
you a hand.
All right.
There you go, Henry. Also, because unless you're going to heat some water on the stove, you might want to soak things for a bit, because cold water is, makes washing dishes harder. I would actually use the pasta pot to heat up a couple of gallons, and then everything will go faster.
Well, we'll see how it goes. We brought some soap. But speaking of heating up water, do you guys want tea? I could heat up some tea.
I think I'm good with my whiskey.
All right. You guys are gonna start getting drunk. Did you guys bring
Well-
any ganja?
Ooh.
Gotcha.
No, I didn't.
All right.
All right.
And
If you-
smoke it outside, please. It'll stink up the whole house.
I haven't smoked inside yet.
No. You're good. You're good.
Jerry did that. If you are drinking, go ahead and give me a Constitution roll.
All right.
That's pass.
That is an 11 on 45.
I got a
Right.
12.
I
Nice.
got a 41 on 60.
Yeah, regular for me as well.
You guys are all experienced drinkers.
Yeah. Just have a little whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Getting drunk while doing the
Is that
dishes.
the Jamesons? No, it's not enough to get me drunk. I'm a little bit overweight. Not a lot.
Do we think we're going to want to have a small fire in the house as well to take the chill off at night? Or is it, it's July, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
we'll see how it gets. But being
If it
on the
gets
ocean like
damp.
this, it can get chilly really quick.
Yeah.
We'll have it
I'm gonna-
ready to go. We'll have it
I'm
ready to go.
gonna lay a fire in the parlor so that when we want to retire, it's already done. We don't have to
Yeah.
think about it.
We got the small fire inside to keep us warm, and we have the big fire out here to appease the beast of the island that we worship like a bunch of British schoolboys.
It's starting to sound like what's that? Damn, what's that story where the kids all live on the island and
Lord of the Flies.
Lord of the
Lord of the
Flies,
Flies.
the beast on the
I
island?
don't know why you can't remember, Piggy, but it's right on the tip of your tongue.
So I get to be Piggy.
All right. So who went outside to the bonfire?
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
I mean, I'm going to take 20 minutes to lay the fire inside.
All right.
I'll
Once the
that-
dishes are done, I'll be out.
Oh, once the dishes. Okay, so the two doing the dishes. As you're sitting there, you're one's washing, one's drying. I'm assuming, and from behind you, you hear this scratching, like almost like yeah.
Is it coming from up above?
No, it sounds like it's coming from behind you, behind you, and lower than you're standing.
Maybe under the floor. I'm going to grab the broom because it's probably sitting there because I had it out earlier, and I'm going to bang on the floor over where I think it is.
Okay.
Get out of here, whatever you are, vermin.
Does it sound hollow?
Give me a listen on that.
I think that might just be barely a success. Yeah,
Yes.
that's another 50 on 50.
Yeah, I made it pretty good. I got like almost half.
Yeah.
So there's space underneath the floor. That's not. We did come up a couple steps, but yeah, there could be animals under the floor.
I think maybe that's what you've been hearing. Maybe
It could be.
there's a crawl space down there and a critter just knocked something over.
Yeah, we should walk around the house and see if there's like a hole that skunk or I hope it's not a skunk.
Oh, that'd be real bad. We go down there, find a skunk, and then we're all stunk.
Sprayed, we'd all smell it in the house.
I didn't bring much tomato juice. I only brought a bit of that for cooking.
I think that's mostly an old myth. You just smell like tomatoes and skunk. Best not to bother it too much, but I'll yell out the window. Hey, we think there's an animal under the house.
Give it some salt.
You're bad.
Take care of it eventually. Just be careful. It could be a skunk.
Is the
Mephtis is the scientific name. It means terrible smell.
can you believe it?
Wow.
Is it a mortar foundation or a dry stone foundation?
Mortared.
All right. So if something's in there, it's probably in there long term.
Well, look and see if there's a hole that's been dug under the foundation somewhere along the.
Yeah, I'll walk around the house.
There could be a little trap door somewhere around.
Okay.
Little skunk comes up to the little trap door, opens it up, and closes it. Close.
As you are walking around the house, give me a spot hidden.
Those New England skunk doors.
Oh, classic.
That is
Puritan invention.
I'm sorry, there's a. Oh, yep. 52 is a success. I'm quite observant.
Okay, so it's just a regular then.
No,
Yeah.
keeps the devil away.
Yeah, and just walking around the house with just a regular. You don't find anything.
Not some recent looking depression near any of the. Fair enough.
Right.
Is it? Is there significant like plant life around the immediate perimeter of the house, or is it kind of on dirt?
It's not a significant amount. There's quite a lot of like pine needles or and stuff kind of piled up around the house because the wind will blow and they just kind of stop at the
Right.
break of the house.
Clumps of seagrass, maybe.
Yeah, but also means it's less weedy because
Yeah.
that's a thick bed. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, so as the chocolate is being prepared at the fire pit, I'll say I didn't see any sign of an incursion, but they could be, if it's a rabbit or something, they could have a burrow that has
Yeah.
several exits, and they could just one of
We
their
weren't-
spots could be into the house.
We weren't dead sure it wasn't in the walls, so it could be getting up into the attic under the eaves or something, and then working its way down. And who cares? We're done with the dishes. Let's go get ourselves some s'mores and whiskey.
Honestly,
Oh,
as long
yeah.
as the rodents aren't like pooping on the sideboard, I don't care if we share the house with
That's
them.
why I cleaned everything up.
Now, Daphne, did you bring any low sodium chocolate?
No, I did not. Full fat chocolate.
Mm.
I'm gonna hide your fucking
Sprinkle some
tobacco.
salt on it just to piss everyone.
You wouldn't dare.
Salted chocolate, yummy. All right, so the evening passes. The s'mores are quite good. You probably have finished off the bottle of wine that Merrick opened up, some of the whiskey. So everyone, give me, if you are imbibing, give me another Constitution roll.
Oh, that's a
I am
failure.
drinking
19.
a fair bit of liquor.
31 as a pass.
All right.
I was just saying I'm a moderate drinker. 19.
Yeah. If you failed, you're feeling a buzz, and any physical rolls that are needed until the morning, you're going to have a penalty die.
If I need to roll to get to the top bunk, then I've definitely had too much to drink. That's where I'm drawing the line.
I'll boost you up.
Daphne, what are you reading?
Oh, rereading actually. Dune.
Well, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
well,
like to
that,
just hit my all-time favorites on vacation.
Do you know that Frank
Everett.
Herbert worked on that for like 7 years before he even started writing the story? He's very, very thorough in his universe creation. It's all about hydraulic. Oh, you don't care.
Is that the one
I
with the
was
psychic
gonna-
worms?
Yeah, the giant worms.
I'm going to ask Everett, is it okay to incorporate the spice melange into my diet, or?
Cinnamon, sure. Cinnamon's very healthy. Just don't inhale it.
And there are really quite a number of things that you shouldn't inhale.
There was some kid that came into the emergency room last week that had taken a whole spoonful of cinnamon and put it in his mouth, and it's hydrophobic. It's so dry it doesn't mix with water, and he almost choked to death.
That'd be one hell of a way to go. Cinnamon.
It's not the weirdest death I've heard of. There were a couple of guys that worked at a restaurant, and they went into the refrigerator and they got a couple of bags of cocoa powder, and they started to have like a pillow fight with it. And before they knew it, the entire room filled up with cocoa powder, and they choked to death. They died. They were found dead on the floor, covered in chocolate powder.
This is very cheery vacation conversation.
Yeah.
So we need to be careful about the chocolate as well, because chocolate will kill you.
Well, did you
Just
know
the same as
the chocolate was
salt.
made from the very dust off their corpses? They
Cursed
brushed it off.
chocolate.
and-
Ooh, that's what you're
Morbid.
putting in your book.
Paranoid, weird.
Now, what's in your book, Archie? What are you writing? Are you writing?
I am writing, Everett.
Is the current novel going to have another wild man named Harry McCarthy that
No.
has a weakness for the ladies and
Nope. This one is about some Civil War ghosts.
Oh,
that's different. Now here's a logic problem. There's a buck's head in the parlor and a bearskin rug in one of the bedrooms. Does that mean that there were deer and bear on this little island in
They could have
ancient
just-
days?
They could have just brought those decorations. from
Doesn't seem
somewhere else.
like a hunting cabin though. You kind of have the things that are low. I mean, I would think they'd have like a stuffed fish above the mantle.
Didn't he say that he purchased it from
Mm-hmm.
another
He got it
group?
in the last year, yeah. I thought the way he phrased it, did he say acquired? He said something weird that made me think, he'd knocked off his maiden aunt or something.
It was
for
something
her
that made
island
it
cabin.
get cheap to purchase, I thought.
Maybe we're standing on a burial ground.
Ooh.
oh,
Or
We're standing on the foundation of an ancient lunatic asylum, and there's they're all
or-
underground trying to climb up through the floor.
Or listen, hear me out. Or big stash of drugs.
Mm.
the whole
Mm.
island's the top of a UFO, and one day it's gonna rise up.
Eric Von Däniken, get out of here. Enough of your nonsense.
All right, so
Nothing's
you guys pass the evening with your conversations and all. What time were you going to tuck in?
Oh,
Well, I'll tuck Everett in around 10:30. That's his bedtime.
Well, no, it does seem like, in my experience camping, usually when you get to around 10, the fire is getting low and you've been up a long time and it's dark. And yeah, 10 o'clock sounds about good to me.
Yeah, I was thinking Maine, probably in July. The sun's probably going down, probably about 9:30, 9:45.
Yeah.
So,
Because we're all tired though. So the trip.
Yeah, and the salt air, travel, whiskey, fires.
I always also have the habit of waking up at the crack of dawn because of the fresh air and go for a walk or a jog.
Yeah, and I think those beds are probably full of, sawdust and straw.
Yeah.
It's not exactly a Hyatt Regency, which is all right with me, of course. So yeah, 11 something.
I'll assume that I brought a sleeping bag because I can just put the sleeping bag on the mattress and not have to worry about lice and bugs in the sheets. I don't think there's probably no sheets.
yeah. Oh, there's bed. Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to go to sleep,
All right. So
brush my teeth and go to sleep.
what were the sleeping arrangements?
Bottom bunk of the bunk bed.
Top
Okay.
bunk.
Top bunk. All right.
I'm in the bed in the room next to the bathroom, and I think Henry's on the bear rug.
Yeah.
Yes, that means I'm
Bedroom
alone.
back.
Perfect.
Alone
right.
with your
Alone with my
recollections.
thoughts.
No one will get secondhand smoke then.
All right. So you guys make it to bed, and especially the survivalists, if you've ever slept away from a city, it's shockingly quiet sometimes, and so Henry and Daphne, as you're when you're right at that point where you're kind of falling asleep, but you're like, maybe I can read one more paragraph or something, you hear a noise outside the window.
What do you think that is, Henry? It's
Eh,
got to be just an animal out there, right?
probably just a raccoon or a squirrel or something. I'll
Yeah,
I'll
gotta
go
go
up to the
chase some
window and
chickens.
I'll like shine a flashlight out just for the hell of it.
Okay, give me a sanity roll.
Okay. That's a pass.
Okay. So you kind of like wow. Okay, you lose 2 points, and you just kind of fall back and gasp as you shine the light out the window. Suddenly there were 2 sets of eyes kind of stacked on top of each other. And you know how a cat's eyes will glow when the light hits it? They kind of glowed back, and when you step back, it looked like a young girl kind of moving, but she had 4 arms. And then she, when you fell back, she kind of disappeared out of the window.
What the hell was that?
Henry, what's wrong?
I think I had too much to drink or something because I looked out there, saw a bright pair of eyes. I was thinking like, oh, maybe there is some big game out here, but it
It's
looks.
just a cat.
I just saw it for a second, but it looked like a little girl with 4 arms.
I'll look out the window when he sees that. It's probably just a cat.
You look out the window and you shine around. You see the balsam firs, and
I think you did have too much to drink. Go, come on, let's go to bed.
I'm gonna go to bed.
okay. You guys, you lay back down, and Henry, of course, you're going to be have a hard time going back to sleep as you kind of get your heart calmed back down. But through the night, you guys are resting. About 3 in the morning, all of you hear a loud bang come from the kitchen.
Ugh.
Oh no.
Ugh.
Who's banging around the
I
kitchen?
told you not to try to hide my tobacco.
It's probably
I'm-
just.
I'm gonna slide out of bed and go and see. Something must have fallen over.
Maybe the broom. Take a candle.
Maybe. All right.
So,
Yeah, I'll light a candle.
all right. When you come into the kitchen, the table has obviously been shifted, and we'll say like the decorative base that was in the middle of it has been tipped over. It looks like the table was lifted up and dropped back down.
What? And it's a big table. It's a big, heavy table.
It is. Yeah.
What the devil?
What is it, Everett? Is it the skunk?
I think somebody's been in here. Did any of you get up in the middle of the night?
No, there's
No.
nobody here but us.
This big old oak table has been moved.
Well, maybe there's just really big skunks.
Yeah, that's a little too big for. No, this is concerning. I thought. I don't know how this could
All right.
come.
Well,
Come in here and look at this.
well, now that you've woken me up, I have to go and piss anyway. So I'll take my own candle and join you in the kitchen. I bet. Well,
Don't
it's
piss in the
what-
kitchen.
It's the back door is right over here. You know,
You
it's
could.
logic.
Guess you could piss in the tub. But
I
wash it
can
out
piss in the
afterwards.
outhouse. It's just the
You've
kitchen
woken
is
us
on the
up,
way.
Everett. What
Yeah.
is it that you want us to see?
Well, I came in here. The whole table's been moved, and the vase in the middle, the pot in the middle's knocked over. I mean, I picked it up, put it back, but
Did we leave the windows open?
I would have difficulty moving this table,
Did we leave the windows open?
probably to let some fresh air in.
Yeah.
Something probably just came, a raccoon or something.
A raccoon couldn't move this table.
Raccoon can make
So,
a noise though. I mean, did you mark where the table legs were?
Not really, but you can see it's all cattywampus now.
Wampus. Well, it's
Well,
hard
I
to
bet
argue
one
with
of us came
cattywampus.
through here after having a little bit too much to drink and knocked
Well,
it.
yeah, if one of you guys was getting up and I look around, see if there's any piss on the floor, like somebody will come and thought that this
Or
was.
is this just an
there is
elaborate prank on your behalf, Everett?
I was sound asleep and quite happy to be so.
I bet this table oversalted its meals, staggering around in near coronary collapse. All right, I'm taking my candle
I'm going to bed.
to the backyard.
Okay. So when you go out into the backyard, give me a spot hidden.
That's a regular success.
As you're walking back there, you see footprints in the
Pine needles.
in the pine needles, like they've been moved around. They've definitely been kind of scooted to the side, but they're small, you know, almost like a child's footprints.
Is there? So this is around the fire pit that Henry dug.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool and dark. We ashed that over and et cetera. And we didn't set the force. Is it like a path between the back door and the outhouse?
No, not between the back door and the outhouse. It almost looks like it's going around the house.
Some things, well, okay, we do have large mammals. That's probably, I don't see any actual shoe marks, right? I just see indentations.
You're right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think they're probably deer. I mean, that's and we're the first people to be here in a while. And the, animals curious and smelled weird stuff and did a wander. I guess I'm gonna outhouse first, and second do a loop around the house and see if the tracks lead anywhere specific, or if I just startle a deer, which is not, wouldn't be crazy.
Right.
Although they sleep at night.
Yes,
They're
they do.
diurnal.
Mhm. Okay.
Henry, help me move this table back to where it was.
Yeah, I'll give you a hand, Everett.
And if while we're doing that, we ultimately notice Merrick starting to walk around the house with his candle, we probably wonder what he's doing.
Yeah. And what's Archibald and Daphne doing?
I went back to bed.
Okay.
Oh, as I was saying before, maybe the place is haunted.
All right. The two that are moving the table, give me a spot hidden.
Okay.
Everett, I don't mean to alarm you, but I brushed it off as being a little bit drunk earlier, but I saw something weird out in the woods earlier. I passed my spot hidden.
Right.
I did not. What do you mean you saw something in the woods?
It was right, about 4 hours ago, right before I was going to bunk down for the night. And I heard a noise outside the window, and I shined my light out there. And when you see, when there's an animal out in the woods, you shine lights, their eyes glint. So at first I was a little startled to see some big game, but for a moment there, as I stumbled back, right before my flashlight, hung up as I got startled, I thought I saw a little girl out there. And what made me, the thing is what made me think, I'm just too drunk is because I saw her with 4 arms.
And you said her eyes were glowing?
Well, when I shined the light initially,
normally humans don't have nictitating membranes in their eyes like cats and things like that, but
they sure shined initially. But at first it was like, I'm still not so sure that I really saw that, but it's kind of weird that I saw that. And now we've got this moved table, and now Merrick's walking in circles out there.
Yeah.
Not to disregard anything that you say. You might have been still partially, in a dream state or something, but you saw something with glowing eyes, an animal of some sort. You say a little girl. Maybe we're not alone on the island. It's not that big of an island, but somebody could have crashed their boat, or
we didn't get to do a full loop of the coast, and we didn't search the inland woods. So,
well, maybe we should take a look around tomorrow.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I don't want to go stumbling out there in the dark.
Because if somebody got stranded on the island and they were stuck here for a while, they could have been damaged psychologically in the process. People can go feral. Yeah. Merrick, what are you doing outside? What are you looking for?
So Merrick, you going out to the outhouse. Are you in the middle of the night? Are you the guy that still stands up to pee? Or are you the lazy peer in the middle of the night and you have a seat?
I'm a lazy urban urinator where I know that the seat is empty of centipedes. I am a watchful standing urinator where there are creepy crawlies and I'm not familiar.
All right. So as you're kind of staring at the back wall, taking a leak, you hear outside the door this kind of rolling sound like that.
Was that a bare level of resonance or a?
No, more like a. Here in the Midwest, where I actually live, we get the locusts that just
cicada.
Yeah, the cicadas, and how sometimes they can kind of build and get loud.
Yeah, right. Could be some kind of hind leg island nature bug thing. Well, I will I will sort of turn toward the door when I'm finished and like give it one of those slap pushes open to see if there's a chorus of, giant locusts there for me or what.
When you kind of push it open, you see out of like your peripheral vision this movement go around the that would be the west side of the house.
Not a white tail, just some shape.
No, some shape. Yep.
All right. Yeah. So as I'm walking, let's see, west. Does that mean I'm going toward the bedrooms?
Yeah, well, what I was picturing was away from the bedrooms. So
okay. So I'm kitchen side and counterclockwise.
Yes.
Okay. So since I'm passing the kitchen and the guys are in there, I'll be like, I just saw something out here in the woods. I'm gonna.
You saw something too?
Yeah, we just saw it move away, but I heard we've got funny wildlife. I'm gonna get pictures tomorrow.
Okay. And Henry, you passed a spot hidden while moving the table. You notice on the floor, about when Merrick yells that out, that on the floor there is definitely a cutout. Like not like a hinge door, but like something that you could, if you're underneath, you could push up and move out of the way, almost like the attic access was, except for on the floor.
Slightly related, possibly not. You guys see that indent right there? I think that's how we'd access the whatever's below the cabin.
Okay, I'm now becoming quite, at least a little disturbed by what's going on. I'm going to yell at Daphne, Archie, I think you need to come in here.
Merrick, I think you should come inside just for a quick second.
Yeah, Merrick, come inside.
I'm gonna go to my room and just to be sure get my handgun, strap it on me.
Oh my God!
I don't think that we're alone.
Well, whatever I saw outside is still outside. I'll just be a minute.
Henry saw what he thought was a person.
Okay,
looking in the window.
Checking it out. I'll be right out in a second.
I'd feel more comfortable if you come inside.
All right. I'll be sure. I'll go and join the kitchen club. What's
Henry
the
also
moon like?
What's that?
How are we for moon and for cloud cover? How dark is it out there?
It's bright enough that it's brighter than your candle.
All right. So there's a general, that low light.
Yeah.
You can see where the trees stop and the ground, Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So Henry just pointed this out. This floor can be lifted up from below. It fits pretty snugly in place. It'd be hard to lift it up ourselves, but
if we stomp on it.
Okay.
I think that there could be
cellar?
Root cellar, maybe.
Yeah, but there's no way to open it from this side unless we pry it up with a.
Is this a rectangle that's been incised or square or?
Yep. And you notice, like, if they set the table back to where it was, one of the table legs would have been on the rectangle.
Oh, creepy. Well, this is a job for a corkscrew.
That's not a bad idea.
Screw that into the wood and see what we got. I tell you, it's not skunks because we'd know already. They mark territory.
Well, Henry says he saw what looked like a little girl.
It's got to be deer. The old guy just didn't know what was out here. It has to be deer.
There's a good chance it's deer. In all honesty.
It's not deer under the floor.
No.
I'm not the one who brought shrooms this time. So if any of you brought something else,
I've just been
one,
drunk.
why didn't you share? And two, it's time to come clean.
And yes, I did bring some reefer, but I didn't think it was a first day kind of thing.
I
when you said ganja, my testicles retracted, and it just.
Well, I was kind of speculating that maybe somebody got crashed on the island and they've become feral and they're living here up in the woods.
What would they live on? Have they taken food out of the pantry?
They've been sneaking in here and taking food out of the. Let's see if there's. I don't know if I could even tell if there's food missing, but
Well, they
Is
have
the,
to do
is the
something with the
leftover
jars.
is the leftover spaghetti missing?
It is not.
That
Mary,
is
Some ferals
commentary on my
started
coffee.
living in the cellar.
I don't know. Let's open this fucking thing and see what's down there. Open it close. I don't want a whole mess of cockroaches coming up out of there either. That would be nasty.
I know you keep using that language. You might have to rinse your mouth out with
Oh.
soap.
or
Oh.
Or salt.
Yeah. All right. So, Merrick, you
It's-
kind of like drive the corkscrew into
yeah.
the
Yeah.
slat. Yep. And yeah, it takes a little bit, but I got your character strength. You're strong enough. So kind of open it up, and you get a smell of mildew and rust kind of coming up, and a chemical odor that it gives a slight burning in the back of your throat.
Oh, what's it look like?
It is the stair. There are stairs leading down. They look quite sturdy. There is if you kind of just hang your head, there's a classic bulb hanging from a wire with a pull chain next to it.
Does it look like dirt and wood, or is it metal, or
The floor, or
yeah, whatever we're looking down into?
yeah, the steps are wood. If you kind of shine a flashlight or you pull the pull chain, you can see that the floor is a concrete floor, and at the bottom there's a door to the right and door to the left that had hasps that have been twisted and broken off.
A bomb shelter?
Okay, who the hell is down there?
Come on out.
Be ready to fucking slam that door closed if something comes around the corner.
Yeah,
It's-
we don't mean you any harm. We just rented this place, and we're a little spooked. Who's down? Who are you?
You don't hear anything.
It tried to get into the house. That's what moved the table.
Well,
Are you a ghost?
It looks more like a torture chamber or something than a ghost place.
only one way to find out, right?
You're the survivalist.
Yep, he just volunteered. Yeah.
I
I'll
mean,
go first.
also it's 3-ish in the morning. We could
Well,
just.
I'm not
What-
gonna sleep until I know what I'm sleeping
Well,
about.
that's a good point. We could put the
Wanna
heavy
get some
table
coffee
back on it.
going?
Yeah, let's do
I'm
that.
gonna go back to sleep.
Do you know how to do that, Archie? You know how to make coffee?
Yeah.
First, you put the coffee in the bowl of the
Get your-
pipe, and then you
That's right.
Yeah.
You just smoke it.
smoke it.
Just smoke your coffee.
I mean, it's Maine. The sun will probably be coming up about 4:30 in the morning. So
It's true. Yeah,
Well, that's good.
It'll
We
be
don't have
light
to-
soon. Are you really hiding down there? Just come out and tell us who you are.
There's doors. It looks like it might be bigger than what we think. Some sort of bunker.
Now think about just digging a cellar on a granite island a mile off of the coast of Maine.
Maybe- I
like
mean,
that's
this house is pretty old.
Money
Maybe
and
it's bootlegger.
manpower.
It's too far away from the mainland to be bootlegging. There'd be no profit in dragging alcohol this far.
Bob.
No,
I'm-
not unless you're bringing it down from Canada.
I-
Somebody come outside with me. I'm going to top off the generator before we lose electricity.
I'll go out with you.
Watch out for little four-armed girls.
By the way, Merrick, what exactly did you see outside?
I just saw something go around into the shadow. I just saw a
Okay.
shape. I didn't, yeah. I heard a noise that I thought was a locust or something. And I swung that as door open and something just went out of, that away.
I'll
But
watch
what
you
he
back while
said-
you top it off.
Yeah, Dell said that it was about 12 hours per top off. So this way, we got here in the afternoon, it's probably getting low. I don't want to go down the cellar stairs, turn the light on, and then have the have the damn thing go out on me. So gas smells all right.
yep.
Nice and fluid. It's not chunky.
Yep. And while he's filling that up, Henry, give me a track roll.
I'm assuming this is to notice those tracks. I think that is a regular success. Yep, 43 on 50.
All right. So as you're Merrick's filling up the generator, you kind of look around and you see the tracks. You can tell that they are moving sideways, and it looks like there was five appendages that were being moved through the ground.
Oh, that's weird.
What's weird?
Well, I was just looking at these tracks I saw on the ground here, and it almost looks like whatever was making them had five feet, five appendages, whatever you'd want to call them, but five. I don't know any animals with 5 feet.
Well, it's probably a group then, right? You know how like cats only show 2 footprints because they walk front and back, but if there's like 3 animals and some of the overlap, let's see. Follow them. Can you tell which direction they're going? I thought maybe around counterclockwise, but
I'll follow them in this immediate area, but I'm not going into any deep woods that I haven't explored in the middle of the night.
no, just right around the house. That's the only thing we have to worry about.
I'll follow them to see where they go, but not leave the immediate area.
Okay, so you keep going. They kind of go around the house. When they get about halfway across the front of the house, they kind of go off into the woods.
I'm going to make a note of just exactly where it goes.
Okay.
Yeah, just tow some. We got the gravel here from the walkway. We can just tow that. I don't know. Let's go. Let's also see what the locks are like on the house doors in case there are people out here somehow. So we've gone most of the way around. So we'll probably come in the front porch direction. Is there a deadbolt or anything?
There is not a deadbolt on the inside. There's like just the wood thing you could slide back and forth. So I guess a kind of a deadbolt, just not made out of metal.
You know, it's at least something that, you know, anybody would have to make noise to open. So we might as well lock that up and go through to the kitchen and close the back door as well as it can be too.
Mm-hmm.
Close up the windows.
It's going to be a little stuffy, but I don't know. I mean, if there's something that moved the floorboards in the kitchen from underneath, it's not really the outside that we're worried about. I just don't want to go down to that basement.
The thing is that I mean, obviously I'm apprehensive to go down there, but I'm also kind of apprehensive to just go to sleep and not know what we're sleeping above.
Yeah, it's weird.
While we're all discussing this, I go back to my room for a minute and then come back. I think that we should, as soon as the light comes up and the day starts, I think we should call
Dell,
Dell, and tell him that something freaky is going on here.
I hope you remember the code because I was too busy staring out at the water.
Blake Island, Dell Salt Levinson. It's just the guy and the place. Wonder who the Bleaks were.
Maybe they just meant because there's nothing out here.
Well, there's an extra E though.
Oh,
there's something out here. All right, so we can drink coffee and sit around looking at this hole in the cellar and wait for the sun to come up, or we can just go down to the cellar. And
so do we have a flashlight?
I would assume so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's a question for the GM. Is this a tunnel-like thing going down into the ground with stairs and then it opens up into a room, or is it just a couple of inches and then it opens up into a room? Could I get on my stomach, lean over, and look around inside?
In the room, yeah.
In the room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want to do that if we have a flashlight.
Well, there's a light down there too.
I can just pull the chain.
Yeah, but I'd have to go down into there to get to the.
I'm willing to just go down the steps, pull the chain,
Well-
look around the room.
Well, is it the chain and the bulb at the top of the stairs or at the bottom of
Yeah,
the stairs?
at the top.
So you
Pretty.
can walk down without.
Yeah, you just kind of reach in there and grab it pretty.
When I look, does the underground structure look like it's made of dirt or wood or cement or metal?
Cement.
It's a bunker. It's an underground. Maybe they put this in the 50s because of the fear of nuclear war.
Do you mean the ongoing Cold War that is going to continue for the next at least 18 years?
The hot and cold war.
The hot and cold war? Yeah, I mean, it does have a bunkery feel. It's certainly younger than the house is.
Well,
I mean, this whole thing feels like those nut jobs that make an isolationist's hole for themselves and just
Doomsday preppers.
yeah, thank you.
Not all survivalists are nut jobs.
Thank you. So seeing foreign little girls was making me starting to worry.
well, Henry, if you're willing to go down,
Well, Henry's the one with the gun, so somebody else should go down first.
I don't know. I'm breathing pretty hard.
Oh, I'll grab a fire poker.
Okay.
Part of me just wants to throw down 3 bottles of pickles and brine them out.
I'm going. There's no way anybody's down there.
Yeah.
I've got a
Heading down the
flashlight.
stairs.
I don't have my gun drawn. I think that's a little extreme at the moment, but I do have my
Gonna
gun.
make breakfast for all of us.
So Archibald.
That is brilliant. Oh,
Archie-
actually, yeah, coffee
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, coffee first. Archibald and Henry, you guys are going down with Archibald going first.
Yep.
Okay. So you get down there, and like I said, you have a door to your right, which would be to the west, and a door to your left, which would obviously be to the east.
Let's start with the left door.
The east.
Good
door.
to me.
All right. When you open it up, both of you give me a Constitution check.
Ugh.
Bad smells.
40 is a
Yeah.
pass.
Oh, that is a 94.
All right. So Henry, the putrid miasma coming out of this room causes you to puke up all the liquor that you were slowly absorbing from the night of drinking.
Yuck. All my years as a doctor, I still can't get used to that.
When you, Archibald, when you kind of shine a flashlight in there, you see that this is looks like it has a steel examination table in the middle of the room, and you see dried red stains spattered all over the walls. And on the across from the room, you see it looks like storm cellar doors that have been opened up and leading outside.
Good God. Okay.
I'm still a bit queasy, but looking at that blood, is there could I roll biology to see if I can recognize what blood it is?
You'll have to taste it.
Yeah.
If it's pretty hard to tell.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think you gotta do pretty in-depth stuff. I'm not a
Well, I'm gonna go.
Well, I'll say no.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I'm gonna go shut those doors.
Coffee's almost ready, boys.
Also in here, besides the table, as you come in, you see on the wall that would be been against where the door was. You see there is it's lined with a cabinet, like steel cabinets.
I'm gonna call up. I don't mean to alarm anyone, but whoever said there might be a torture chamber down here might be right.
Holy crap.
I was being facetious tell the basement I didn't mean it.
Tell
Okay,
that to the
so
red
should-
stains.
So
in
where
the
these
operating
where the
table.
storm doors open up? Is it on the side of the house with the living room and the pantry, or the side of the house with the bedrooms?
Side of the house with the bedrooms.
Okay.
And you can kind of make an estimate that if you kind of glance at it, probably opened up right next to where Henry and Daphne's bedroom window was.
Merrick, should we call that guy?
It's really early in the morning. He's most likely asleep.
Henry's going on about a torture chamber. I
So
feel like this is
so I'm
the
shutting
point.
I'm shutting the doors, the storm doors,
Right.
and then I'm going to look into these cabinets.
All right. Give me a sanity roll.
Oh god. Okay.
I'm probably gonna see whatever's in the
Oh,
cabinet.
28 is a pass.
All right, then give me a sanity. You only lose one.
Okay.
I just barely failed.
That is a 1d4.
At least I won't get about a madness. Okay, got a 1.
All right. So when you open it up, you see there are large glass jars of fluid containing hearts, livers, hands, and one even has a human head, like in Silence of the Lambs when he went into the storage thing and it had the human head.
What the fuck?
Henry, what do you see?
There's a human head in a jar.
And organs. There's hearts and shit.
You
down
guys
here.
gotta come down here and see this shit.
Like medical specimens?
No, like human body parts in jars, Everett.
Yeah.
I mean, a doctor
Coming down
definitely
there.
did this.
I'm radioing that guy right
But
now.
the radio, you
no,
the
Daphne,
radio.
we don't know whether we should be getting in touch with Dell or reporting Dell to the
No.
FBI.
Daphne, the radio's not here. The radio's down at the dock.
It's down in the
We'd
let's
have
wait
to
till morning.
walk all the way out there in the dark.
Okay.
And I'm
Okay.
not sure we want to tell that guy we knew about his facility. Like, there's a chance that when he acquired this place inexpensively last year, this was all down here.
But how fresh is it, Henry? Can you tell?
If they're in
It's all-
jars,
It's all in jars, like
You said there's
formaldehyde.
blood everywhere. Is the blood fresh?
It is not.
No.
what about that pickled cauliflower?
Oh my God, Merrick!
Okay,
come
I'm
on.
gonna go across it through the other door.
I got
Can-
his back.
Why don't we all like sit in the kitchen and drink a cup of coffee and wait for the sun to rise and like, because we're all half asleep. Let's just think things through before we bug out. And
Well, let me check this other door, and then I'll come up and have some coffee.
Okay, I'm going to come down. I'm going to come down with you.
Just
Alright.
don't slip in Henry's partying last night.
Sputum. I'm going to look at it from the perspective of, could it be medical stuff? Like,
Okay.
has some
Everett,
crazy doctor been out here doing?
you've
Give
been to
me-
the motor museum. You know, people put things in formaldehyde for future reference.
And give me a medicine roll.
Where's my medicine? I'm sure it's on here.
It
Oh,
is.
I've got 70%. Yeah, easily. I got. In fact, it's a hard.
Yeah, as you kind of look at it, it looks like they've probably been stored down here since the 50s.
It's this old medical. Somebody had a collection of body parts. Is there some freaky? I mean, there's another door.
Yep.
Um,
Going
Do you
through it.
recognize the head?
no, but
Is it Jimmy Hoffa?
it's not Jimmy Hoffa.
Hmm.
I don't know what Jimmy Hoffa looks like, so I wouldn't know. But
Maybe
these are
you-
definitely they've been preserved in formaldehyde. My guess is so. I wonder if some doctor came out here and was hiding.
by
Do you
some
mean,
doctor,
do you mean doctor or do you mean surgeon?
Oh,
Now's
I
not
guess
the
it would,
time
in
for
this case,
jokes.
it would, well, it could just be that he had a collection of body parts, but that's really weird, but it's not that unusual.
What?
I-
What do you?
And by-
What do you mean?
A
And
whole
by doctor, you
head?
mean Mengele.
I mean, you could go to the local university and you'd find the same thing.
Yeah,
Why
but we're
is
not in the
this-
local university.
Why
We're
is this on an island in the middle
Why
of
is it
nowhere?
out here? So let's check the other room, see if it's like
Not to belabor the obvious, but
doctors.
who opened the storm doors? I went around the whole house earlier. I didn't see any doors.
It looked like one of them led up to right outside my window.
Where you saw the kid.
Uh-huh.
Well, this stuff is pretty dusty. It's been here for a long time.
Well, the kid probably wasn't the one collecting the parts. I'm
Maybe.
taking twice as much half and half of you as usual, just so you know. Maybe a
Just
little
open that other
risky.
door.
All right. So you open up the other door. The room stinks of rotten fruit and ammonia. The floor is smeared with streaks of mucus and blood, and bare footprints of at least two different people are quite evident. There are two doors in here. They would be on the same wall as the door you're coming in. But what grabs your attention first is 4 steel hyperbaric chambers. The hatches on the end of all 4 are open and still drip a greenish yellow fluid. Wild bundles of black snake-like electrical cables connect to the chambers to an electrical box on the wall.
Shit. This stuff is kind of fresh. Let's get
the
the fuck
hell?
out of here.
This is like something out of a freaking movie.
I'm back. Going back.
All
up
right, so
stairs.
the 3 of you in the basement, give me a power roll.
48.
Uh,
That's a pass.
Mm,
But my rolls
I
are steadily
also-
getting higher and higher. This is a worrying trend.
my pal. I failed my pal roll.
Okay.
I also rolled a 48 on a 55, so that's
All right. So Henry and Archibald, you are able to back away. And Everett, you hear a voice calling to you from the doorway on the northernmost doorway of the building.
Okay, so are you saying that I have kind of a compulsion to go that way?
Yes.
I can't fathom what's been going on here. And I walk towards the door.
Everett, what do you
Something awful is going on here. I'm going to open the door.
we can't leave him, Archie.
Who's we?
I'm not moving closer, but I'm gonna still watch from the door frame.
You know,
right.
we have coffee up here, and it's almost sunrise.
We'll be up there in a minute.
I'm frying
All right.
bacon.
So you open up the door, and we'll have everyone go off headset except for Everett. And I'll give a thumbs up when you're good. All right. So you open up the door, and you see this large, almost cylinder aquarium with this looks like two squids joined together at the head, kind of swimming around. And it starts talking to you in your mind, saying that we're all so close to the discovery. We'll be able to defy death. We just need to master the serum. We have plenty of subjects.
Okay. I'm dumbfounded. Do I need to do a sanity roll?
Yes.
And subsequently see if I have a heart attack.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I got a 9.
All right.
It's the only time you're upset when you actually pass, because
Yeah. 1d3.
okay. D3. I'm 3. I'm going to back quickly away
Mhm.
and kind of run over to where the guys are and say, up the stairs. So I'll do that when they come back.
As you're doing that, you keep going, the southern room. All right, we'll give everyone the thumbs up.
The thing is saying that to me?
Yep, in your head.
Okay. uh, 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 up the stairs. And
Okay.
I run back over to you guys and sort of grab you.
I was way ahead of you.
I mean, I was in the door. If he's telling me to go up the stairs, I'll go up the stairs.
All right. So as you're going up the stairs, Henry, give me let me look at your character sheet. Give me a dodge roll.
Oh dear. That's way too much to spend luck on, so that's a fail.
I like it. Well, as you're going up, you feel these two hands kind of grab your ankles through the gaps where there would be a riser on staircase, but there's no riser on these stairs. They grab your ankles and they yank, and you fall backwards, taking 3 points.
Does he land on us? Because we're.
I think Archibald went up.
Yeah, I went up first.
It's only you down there.
So he lands on me.
Yeah.
So do I see if I take damage?
Yeah. Give me a dodge.
Okay.
Or you can try and catch him.
92.
92. You take a point as he kind of falls into you and hits you. All right. And so you see, as the flashlight kind of comes down, you see in between the stairs is a male head. The nose is gone and skin's been grafted over it. Around his neck, he has 8 mouths opening and saliva is pouring out. You've been grabbed by 2 hands, which are on the same side of his body. On the other side is like a withered child's arm that didn't seem to have any life into it. And you feel this tingling sensation where he's grasping your hand, your ankles.
And I scream like Fay Ray in King Kong.
Yeah,
I'm drawing my gun.
All
Well,
right.
assuming I passed the incoming sanity roll.
Give me a sanity roll. Sorry. Yeah.
I did
I
not.
did. I
Coffee's
did pass.
coffee's ready. Bacon's
There's somebody
getting
down
crisp.
there, guys.
Well, you hear me screaming.
Right.
I didn't pass my SAN roll. Do I do education?
If you
Intelligence,
pass,
sorry.
if your pass is 1d3, if you failed, it's 1d8.
Oh boy.
Lost 2.
Nice. Keep track of your 20.
Oh,
I am.
I got an 8.
Ouch.
And I have to check my.
Your intelligence.
Oh well, yeah, I have to do that too.
Oh yeah.
But I also
you're the doctor.
there's more than 5 sanity. I'm going to see if I fumble for my. I'm not even sure I'm thinking about that at the moment. Okay. I reach in my pocket and pull out my pills and fling them in the process, and they go everywhere. And I start gasping for breath and fall to the ground.
All right. We will move in Dex order to keep it nice. And so Henry, you are the fastest.
Okay. A little bit too much of a fear response here for me to be worrying about Everett. Drawing my handgun, firing 3 shots. And I assume I'm in point blank range.
You are definitely in point blank range.
It's
Yes.
grabbing me.
Mhm.
So I think that's just 3 flat rolls then. Yep. First shot's a fail. Second shot is a fail. Dude. The third shot's a fail as well. So
You showed those
I'm-
steps to her boss.
I'm shuddering. I'm freaking out. I'm distracted by pills clattering on the floor, but there's
And screaming from me.
And scream. All right, Merrick. I probably pulled your attention away from the coffee.
What the fuck is going on down there?
There's people down there. There's weird shit down there, Merrick. One of them's grabbed Henry.
What do you mean grabbed?
Grabbed him.
What are you shooting at?
the thing that's grabbed me.
All right. Everett, what are you doing?
Oh, me? I'm sorry, Everett.
Yeah.
I'm having a heart attack, so
Yep.
I'm literally laying on the ground gasping for breath. I've dropped my pills. They've scattered. If I don't get a pill in the next minute, there's going to be a serious problem with me. But I'm delirious at the moment.
Gotcha.
Archie, are you still clutching the fireplace poker?
Yes, I am.
And
Archie.
you've come into the kitchen?
Yeah, I went up the stairs, and now all hell's breaking loose.
And Archie, you were up.
Archie, Merrick, and Daphne are just going to run for the boat.
Like, fuck.
Yeah, in 6.5 days.
You're going to swim for it.
Win. Well, Henry's down there shooting like a maniac. So I going down the stairs doesn't feel. I feel like I'm just gonna get shot.
Grab my rifle.
I will go. I will go for Henry's rifle.
Okay.
I will
You can go get
hand
it.
the fire poker to Merrick and be like, "I'll be right back."
All right. Daphne.
I'm running. I'm leaving this space. There's gunshots. I'm running for the dock. I'm gonna try to call for help.
Okay.
Begging someone to help us.
When you front door or back door?
Front door. Yeah.
Okay. When you get to the front door, are you saying you're kind of like in a somewhat of a panic?
Oh yes. Yes. There's all this craziness.
Give me an intelligence roll with a penalty
Okay.
die.
Okay. Let's see. That is 56. That's still a pass.
All right. So
26. That's a pass.
So the first time you pull the door, it doesn't open and it makes you really nervous. And then you remember that Merrick locked it. So
Letting the door open. I'm running. Yeah.
so you
I'm calling for help.
give me a sanity roll when you step out.
Oh, boy. Oh, that's a 13. Yeah, that's a pass.
Nice. As you step out, you see a man standing there with a mouth that is too large, and he opens it up, and his tongue comes out, and it splits in two, almost like a snake. And he has a pelvis attached to 3 legs, but they're on backwards, and so he kind of starts stumbling toward you. You can give me you pass your sandy, right? So that's
Yes,
1d3.
Right. That's 3.
All right.
I'm scrambling. I'm scrambling backwards, and I'm slamming the door in his face if I can, and like locking it.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Henry, you notice that your legs where he's holding you, you can no longer tell the difference between your skin and the skin on his hands. You're almost merging together.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And it's your go.
I've got to ignore Everett and just attempt to pump bullets into this thing. Let's hope my luck is better this time. Okay, that is a 20 on 55 on the first one. How much is... I'm freaking out right now. That's worth 9 points of luck to make it extreme.
Okay, give it an impale. Yeah.
So this is a 357 Magnum. So that's what, 1d8, 1d4 max already.
Yep.
And then got to get out my d8 here. So that's 19 points of damage on the first shot.
Okay.
Second shot, fail, another 97. And the last one is an 05, which is another extreme.
He's not going to take another extreme.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh God. For reference, that was 24 points of damage on that.
Yeah. He when you hit it, his head explodes. And the blood spatters everywhere, and he kind of falls, but he is like melted into you essentially. So like,
I'm crawling away with my now empty revolver, and I'm in Everett's direction.
Give me a strength roll.
Okay. I'm switching dice. I got a 94.
So as you try and crawl away, he comes with you, and like the remnants of his head catches on the step, and you can't pull it, and you can't pull him through the gap. And so you just hear this kind of tearing at your ankle, but it's not ripping free, and you're kind of pinned there.
Okay, I'm really freaking out now at this point because I've got like a corpse thing attached to me. So I'm just yelling, "Someone get a knife! Cut this thing off me!"
All right. Everett's still. All right, so it is Merrick.
Right. So, second volley of shots, I'm like standing at the top of the stairs waiting to hear a break, but I guess I'm seeing this situation with some hands on some, so I'm like walking down the stairs, lights on, I've got the fire poker. I'm wondering where the axe is, the splitting maul for the firewood, but I'm like going down one step at a time looking for unfriendly parties.
Right. You don't see any.
Okay. Do I know about Everett's condition?
Nope.
Nobody knows, but you can see
Like there's little
like little
light green
nitroglycerin.
pills all over the floor,
Yeah.
and you going.
He's got like some spittle bubbling out of his mouth.
And the jar, the prescription.
Okay, so I'm gonna, as soon as I'm cognizant of that, I'm gonna hurry to his assistance and put one of those dusty pills in his gob. Maybe
Okay.
rub it, help
Under my
him.
tongue.
Well, I don't know how things work,
Oh.
but I'm gonna try to help it get down your throat because I'm not a nitroglycerin expert.
Because this is a pill, and that's what you do with pills, right? You swallow it.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
All right.
It doesn't say
And-
how long it takes me to recover, but it does say I recover. So
We'll say a round or two that way.
And like once I've got his mouth closed and like I've given him a little massage, I'm like doing the turnaround with the poker, like. And
Just-
where is Henry? Like he's
I'm
like
he's
hanging on the
like a-
stairs.
Yeah.
So you had to kind of like step over him.
Right. And
I'm
there's
like at
stuff
the-
that's going on that I like probably a sanity roll.
Yeah.
Once I get down there and see it. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
once you
have
tend
to-
to Everett and you look back and you're like, what?
I'm
Well, that's a 96. We are rolling like gangbusters on
All right.
vacation.
Eric,
1d8.
Oh, Nelly.
Eric.
get this thing off me.
3. Lucky.
Not bad. Not bad. All right. Archibald and Daphne, what do you guys do? I know Daphne's got the door locked. You can hear on the other side it kind of clawing at the door.
I'm grabbing Henry's rifle.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm looking for a knife. Is there like a butcher knife in this
Oh,
kitchen?
Oh,
Oh, yeah, I'm grabbing a knife
Okay.
and running toward the screams.
Right. When you yep. When you were in the kitchen, you see another one of the things out in the back, out by the outhouse. This one has the head and upper torso is a young girl, probably about 8 years old. She has 4 arms and her body, but from her pelvis down, it's like she has 5 toddler legs sewn on there. When she walks, she has to walk sideways like a crab.
Is that another sand roll?
Yeah.
That's a pass.
All right. 1d3, and you can't lose more than 8 total
right.
because they're
2.
all right. There you go. All right. And Archibald, you got the gun?
I got the gun.
All right.
And they're screaming from the kitchen. They're screaming from the secret door in the living room.
Yeah.
So I am.
Archie. The tank.
What?
This
Just lie there, Merrick.
this the squids in the tank.
What?
They're talking.
I don't care about any fucking squids. Get these hands off me.
Experiment. Tank. Kill
Where's the tank, Everett?
And I sort of look back over my head at the room that I came out of.
And I don't have anything that, I mean, the poker is not going to separate the limbs
I can see Archie with the shotgun, so I'm like,
yeah, well, I'm following your eyes to the room.
Yeah.
And again, like every other beat, I'm like turning and like just like waving the poker around in a really useless but emotionally satisfying way.
The squid's in my mind.
What?
Kill the squids. The southern room.
Yeah, so he's indicating,
babbling.
he's jerking in a direction. I'm going in that direction.
I'm also sound like I'm just deliriously babbling.
Yeah, you do.
All right.
You sound like a real idiot.
So you head that way. Daphne, were you doing anything?
When I hear Henry saying, cut these things off me, I'm going to run to try to help him
All right.
with my knife.
All right. So you come down there and you are the accountant. Okay.
I'm having such help here.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
I've run the numbers.
Yeah.
Itemize.
This is not going to be a sanity loss, but I want you to make a sanity roll to
Okay.
cut flesh off of your.
That's fair. 31. Yes, we're good. Yes.
All right. So you start slicing with the butcher knife. And Henry, give me a sanity roll as it feels like she is flaying you.
Oh God. Yeah, it's a fail.
All right, that's only going to be 2 points, just as you just sit there as like you feels like someone's skinning you at your feet. Yeah.
Oh, 4 points away from indefinite, guys.
And since it's a grindhouse, as you cut, you get those bursts of blood maybe on your face. All right. Merrick, you were going into the other room?
That's correct.
All right, so you go in there and you see the 4 hyperbaric chambers as was described earlier. There is a door to the north and a door to the south. And since you guys have pretty much seen the basement, I'll show you the map of the basement here.
He said south, but he's also lying on the floor and he's the color of a old sandwich.
Room 12 was the steps down. Room 13 was obviously the operating room. Room 14 is the hyperbaric chambers and all. And so you've got the door here and the door there that I was talking about.
Right. And we approached the house from the south.
Right. Yeah.
At the pier. So
yeah. I'm going with the northern hemisphere bias at the top of the map is north.
Yeah, so I'm going to the door on the left, which is the southern door, which he indicated. I'm getting that right.
Right. So you're going to the door. Sorry, I missed it.
The door on the left should be the door on the south.
Okay.
This goopy place.
All right. Well, as you come to the door to the south, you open it up. It is a narrow hallway lit by, there are 2 bare bulbs hanging from the ceiling. There's a switch on the wall, which I'm assuming unless you have a flashlight, you'll flick. And there are 2 doors in the hallway. One closer to you, one further away.
What? I wish I'd been more specific. Both the doors are closed?
Yes.
I guess that I have to go first and second.
Okay. Yep, that makes sense. So you open up the first one, In here, it is a laboratory, and you can see there are several 6-inch tall bottles with an incandescent green glowing liquid.
Can I yell something out as he's going that way?
Sure.
No, don't go south. The squids want you to go south.
So through 3 rooms, I'm going to mostly hear south, which isn't going to probably. So green incandescent liquid, and they're just freestanding jars?
Yeah, I picture like the stereotypical science jar, it's kind of fat at the bottom and then gets skinny at the top.
Right. Erlenmeyer flasks, perhaps. Are they corked or glass topped?
Who's the nerd?
They are corked.
Hey, if you're a nerd and no one's around to hear it.
And there are 4 of them glowing on a table in a room.
Yep.
So there's so many levels of insanity here. There's no reason to do that to a room. Is the table bolted to the floor? Or is it freestanding?
It's freestanding.
Then I will kick it over.
Okay.
And smash whatever weird glowing stuff is and go to the next door.
Okay. All right.
I don't know about Herbert West, so.
Exactly. Yep. Archibald, what are you doing?
I'm standing very bravely at the top of the stairs with the gun, listening to scratching sounds at the door and people screaming downstairs. And
all right. Sounds good.
I've got a gun.
And Daphne, now that you're done carving up your friend. Yeah.
Yes. I'm going to try to get him and Everett up the stairs. Like, Henry, can you walk? Come on.
Yeah.
Help me get Everett. I think he's unwell.
Yeah, I can help him. Yeah.
Heart attack.
Come on. We got you. Come on.
What's that knocking I hear upstairs?
Don't worry about it. It can't be any worse than what's down here.
Don't worry about it.
Kill the things in the tank.
What?
Where's the tank?
Merrick's working on it.
All right. All right, Merrick. So you go into the last door.
Last door.
When you open it up, give me a dodge roll.
Oh. Was a fine start. What do I? 50. 89. Another
good roll.
Stellar roll.
All right. So as you come to the door, it swings open, and in front of you is this creature. It has a female head and female torso, but it has arms sewn to it, and where its crotch would be, there is another arm there that reaches out and grabs you in your crotch, and you feel yourself starting to meld together. And
but I'm wearing pants, for Christ's sakes. Okay, well, that's oh my God, what's that?
It's opening its mouth, leaning towards you too.
Jesus. Okay, well, I guess I'm trying to think. Animal fear. I guess I'm gonna have to do the mouth before I do the crotch.
Right. Okay.
So fire poker across the opening maw.
All right. Give me a melee brawl. Or fighting brawl.
Oh, good gracious, Marie. Well, okay, so because these sheets are a little funny, is that the same as unarmed?
Yep, 25%.
I rolled a 1.
Nice. I rolled just a regular, so you definitely beat that.
All right. And so what am I looking at other than this attacker? What's in this space?
In this room, sorry.
Because Mr. Sodium said something about jellyfish or octopi or something.
In here, there's stacks of cardboard boxes that have, they're labeled bandages, suture thread, medical tape.
Is the obviously I'm not thinking about this deeply. I'm just taking in the scene. Does it look also like it's from the 50s?
Yeah.
Or are they computer printed or something?
No,
like
from
the
the
labels.
from the 50s.
This has been going on. All right, exactly right. So now that having swatted this partially human person in the gob,
yeah,
did they fall back and did that separate us?
They did fall back. Give me a luck roll to see if they had to, because they were grabbing you through cloth.
45 is a successful luck roll.
All right, so he doesn't rip off your scrotum. So it falls back, but it starts getting back up.
Right. I don't need anything in here, and obviously I didn't understand Everett's directions, so I'm going to try to slam the door on it, slash, hit whatever is sticking out of the door.
Right. Yeah. All right. So the guy's upstairs. You see, you're hearing the constant pounding at the back door, at the front door. Sorry, at the back door, at the one of the windows. The little girl thing is looking at in the window and kind of. I assume. Did you close the window? Or did you
I
leave
don't
it?
think we
closed
did.
the windows.
I don't think we did.
It's starting to
I think we talked about it.
Yeah, you did talk about it.
Merrick said it would get stuffy in here, but that's what we should do.
It's starting to pull
I
itself in.
feel like the only windows we would have left open would have been the ones in our bedrooms for the sake of airflow while we sleep. Given
Well,
what
this
earlier.
thing's falling in. I haven't seen one yet. I'm making a sand roll.
All right.
Fire.
And I failed. 55.
Oh, that's a 1d8.
7.
Also, if I don't know if I can see it because I don't know if I'm at the top of the stairs, but I've only lost 2 sanity points to these stitched horrors so far.
Okay. So
If
if
I
you
see another one, I'm still.
Yep.
Yeah,
vulnerable.
I actually haven't
Yeah.
lost the maximum.
Yeah, give me a sanity also for all you then.
I
Okay,
passed
so
my
we'll say-
intelligence.
So we'll say
All
that
right.
I've crawled to the top of the stairs by now. Then
Okay.
that is a pass.
Same.
So that's
Mhm.
still like what?
There's a pass is a 1d3.
Okay.
Okay. And all right. So Archibald, you lost 5 and you passed your intelligence.
Yep.
Okay. Give me a 1d8.
6.
6. Oh. Does anyone have the insanity chart? I forgot
Yes.
to grab.
6.
6 is paranoia. Trust no one.
Yeah, that's quite justified.
For 1d10 rounds.
We brought you to this island. We set you up. We knew about the stitched
So
horrors
that's
all
for
along.
4 rounds. I'm just backing up into a corner with a gun
Mhm.
and just
Gotcha. Yeah. Excellent. Okay. Everett,
everybody stay back.
what are you doing?
Well, I'm still sort of recovering.
Mhm.
Yeah, I see that thing coming through the window and I'm like, fire. Fire will work, I think.
Archie, shoot it! Shoot it!
Gotta save those bullets, Archie.
That's right.
She just wants you to waste your bullets.
I know I have to let him get close. Gotta let him get close before I fire.
Henry, can we do something to the generator? Light this whole place on fire.
I gotta reload my gun. I drained the whole thing with that fucker that touched my legs.
Are there tongs to grab things in the fire?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna try to grab one of the burning things that are in our fireplace, and there's nothing burning at 4
Yeah.
in the morning.
There's probably coals, but they're
We had the hot coffee pot.
We started the stove to make coffee.
That's right.
Smash the coffee.
Bacon. We got a hot frying pan.
Are there curtains?
yes.
Okay. I'm gonna rip down a curtain and wrap it around the end of the tongs and use the stove to light it, and then try to chase the thing out the window where it's coming
Okay.
in.
Yeah. I can see that working.
And not set the building on fire
Right.
because we're still in the building.
All right, Merrick, you are headed back down the hallway.
Yeah, I mean, again, and we're doing a lot of 180, 360. Like, is it on my ass? I want to hit everything with this poker, but there's another door and there's something that he wanted me to do. So that's the next destination.
All right. So when you get to the other door, you do hear the door that you slammed on that creature that grabbed you open. And when you open the other door, you see in this large cylinder aquarium, and inside are these two squids, but they're joined at where their head would be. They're kind of swimming around, and they have like a tongue come out and kind of lick the wall of the aquarium. You can give me a sanity roll.
Sure can. That is not a success. 79.
Ah, that is a 1d10.
Six.
Nice.
A lot.
That is.
All right, let's do intelligence. Intelligence is a 3. Nice timing.
Nice.
Understands it all.
So rolling an 8, is that?
Yeah, D8. That way we don't get the phobias and manias.
An 8.
You rolled
Tom.
an 8. Roll a 4. A D4.
2.
Okay. You have the red mist. You are going to attack objects, it says.
I think a tank is an object.
Yeah.
Just a second. My dog is caught on my headphone wire.
Olive does that.
One of
to me
them's
a lot.
got Keith.
No. Like, will you stop that? All right. So you need to go. Okay. So you're going to try and attack that thing.
I think the business part of a fire iron against a glass tank is, and maybe it's plexiglass. It'll take longer.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Hopefully the thing doesn't want out.
They have plexiglass in the 50s.
No. The glass.
72. 74.
pretty-
We had plexiglass in 74.
Yeah, but
This
this
stuff
thing
is
was built
very
in the
recent.
50s.
Oh, right. That's true. It's an old place.
It's
All right.
glass.
Yeah.
Good old glass. And probably not shatterproof glass either.
Probably very thick, but still, yeah.
All right. Give me a. I mean, you can't miss. You're swinging at.
All
like,
right.
you-
My strength is only 40.
All right. Give me a strength roll.
Time for luck, right?
Indeed, I rolled a 50 for my 40. I will spend 10. Or I guess I can, like, it would make more sense to push it and say I like take 2 steps forward and swing
Sure.
it. What's the top of the tank like? Does it have like a pump and stuff, or is it open?
No, it's almost built right up to the ceiling.
So if I swing this thing up at the top and sort of yank down, it'll like either break or it'll come off whatever and smash into a million.
Right.
Technically, you're under insanity, so you really can't think about anything. You're just
Oh, that's true. That makes pushing hard. So I will instead spend a luck because I can't.
Okay.
Thank you for good point, Tom. Right, but with 10 luck, then I'm strong enough to.
All right.
get in
So
there.
you hit it. It breaks. The pieces come flying at you. Give me a dodge roll.
Saltwater, glass, and monsters. Perfect. Good heavens, the dice. 88
All right. So just the pressure of
for my
the
50 dodge.
it's starting to break. The thing slams up against it. It comes shattering, and glass kind of shatters into your face and gets one of your eyes. And the last thing you see are all these tentacles kind of come and hit your face as it just gets on you, and you just start feeling your life force be sucked out as it's.
Told you salt's bad.
Yeah. Very well. All right. Upstairs, you kind of force it back with the fired brand that you have.
It doesn't like fire. Good. We've got more curtains.
Yeah, assembling some fire sticks.
Merrick, get up here.
One of the first things I've done while I'm up here is reload my handgun, put 6 bullets back in it.
Okay. All right. All of you can give me a listen roll.
Oh, that's an
76 is a
07.
fail.
90
Sure
is a
that's pass. I
fail.
got an
Fail. I'm
07.
too panicked.
Yeah,
Okay.
pass. That's a hard.
Pass.
That might be extreme success. Yeah.
Daphne, you hear coming from below you, almost directly below you, because you guys are in the kitchen, this like this intake of the front of a jet engine. It feels like, and then everyone can start to feel it's almost like the air is being sucked into the basement.
Like we're struggling to breathe now
Yeah.
too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm running for the door. I'm
Yeah.
running for the door.
If I'm
Okay.
having trouble breathing, I'm definitely got gun out going for the door.
All
And
right.
I've got the firebrand thing, so
All right. Everyone give me let's just go with Dex for the run, but the survivalist, since your legs are all chopped up, kind of, you're going to be with the penalty die.
No, that's fair. That's completely fair. My
Pass.
legs
That's-
are all kinds of fucked.
I'll spend the luck and make that a
Ooh,
hard.
an
success.
11.
I'll
I'll spend one luck to make it an extreme.
You don't need to. You just need to pass.
Okay.
I am.
I mean, I do have that paranoid crazy, so I did just throw myself right through a window.
Yeah.
I am still weak from my attack, so I stumble at the door.
Okay.
But
I'm-
if they're ahead of me, so
With the penalty dice, I fail with an 81, but I'm going to spend 11 points of luck to pass.
Okay. So you got the 3 that passed, you make it out. Dr. Everett, as you're getting to the door, you feel your body start to come apart as the pressure inside your body is exposed to what's the vacuum of space coming out of the basement, and you kind of just
pop,
spaghettify. Yeah, you just kind of pop and
pop. All right. That's the second time I popped this week.
yeah. All right, the 3 of you come out. You ran out the back door. You have the little girl baby thing kind of dancing around.
Shoot it, Henry!
I'm
Shoot
going to
it!
blast it. I'm going to fucking blast it.
Fire away.
I assume it's point blank. And
Yeah.
fire multiple times. So first roll's a fail. Second roll is a pass.
Okay.
That is 10 points of damage.
Mhm.
The last shot is also a regular success.
Okay.
And that's another 6 points of damage.
It's dead.
Okay. Well, point of
Right.
fact, I've only got 3 shots left in my Magnum. And I imagined earlier that I only put enough bullets in my pocket for a spare clip. So I've got nothing left but these 3 bullets.
Okay. Oh, after the shots, you start to see the earth around the cabin start getting pulled in. The cabin folds on itself and is getting pulled into a vacuum.
Limp away.
Yeah, we're running. I'm running for the dock.
So you run. As you come along, you see the other creature kind of start coming towards you because there was the last one that was up front. So
Archie, use the rifle.
I'm going to the dock.
Fuck you. I'm limping behind him. Don't leave me.
All right. So, yeah, all of you, yeah, if you're just running from it, we'll
Yeah.
just do a quick constitution roll.
Boy. Oh no.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
No, no.
Yes. I got
I got a
a hard
13.
pass. on
I came here to live.
I just failed.
All right. So as you're leaving Daphne behind, Daphne, you feel some hands wrap around you, and they you feel they grab you around the head, and their fingers touch your eyes, and you feel your eyes begin to meld with them, and then you feel being pulled back into the abyss. So, all right. And for the final thing, the two guys running toward the dock, give me a luck roll.
Fuck.
Oh,
shit.
93.
I got a 30 on 35.
Oh, and Archibald, that was a fail?
That was 93. That's not good.
All right. Just because I like to close out on a thing. The Henry, you make it to the pier. And as you look back, the suction from the vacuum broke the antenna loose that was hooked up to the cabin. And the last thing you see is the antenna fly through Archibald's skull, and his brain pops out the other side.
Okay, so I've got a 40 in swim. So I'm jumping in the water. I'm just going.
and you can make a sanity roll for watching your buddy die.
Oh yeah,
right?
totally.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
That's a 95, which is a fail.
All right. So as the credits roll over the grindhouse feature, Henry's swimming the out into the ocean as he laughs hysterically.
Swims until he's exhausted. And then
Nice.
For the hell of it, I'm going to make
Wow.
a swim roll.
Yeah. See how
I
far
rolled a
you make.
100.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
The briny ocean on your carved up ankles hurts really bad. All right.
I feel like I'm going to
Yikes.
just drown at that point.
Yeah, I think you're just gonna drown.
at least it's more peaceful than hopping.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that was amazing. Oh,
All right.
what was going
That's
on?
the story.
All right. So Dr. Alan West, a distant relevant of Dr. Herbert West, had been conducting experiments, and he found a creature in South America that got inside of his brain and told him that he could help him perfect the serum if he brought him back. So he brought him back here, and he had put him in the cabin. Well, he got killed by one of his experiments, and so then the cabin was left there. The government took it back because no one was paying taxes on the thing, because at the beginning Dale said he got it really cheap at a tax auction. And so Dell did not discover the basement. He just set up the electricity, and when the generator was fired up, it powered on the tubes at the bottom and woke the creatures up. And once the serum was destroyed, the creature that was in the aquarium was angry, and it's like, well, I'm going to go back to my world then.
Ah.
And so when Merrick set it free, it's like, okay, well, I will create a gate and go back to space because the serum is destroyed. So when Merrick broke the serum and then set it free, that pretty much doomed the island.
Well, no one else is going to go to that island. So
That's true.
So
Look
I
at Dr. Moreau.
turned on the generator. First mistake.
Oh yeah.
I finished the formula. Second mistake. I freed the monster. Basically,
Thanks, Merrick. You chose this place too. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. I had a right to be paranoid. You were out to
Worse.
kill us all.
Sorry, guys.
Our players included Sham Sabin, Holly Buto, Morgan Llewellyn, David Gasway, and myself, with Keith Craig as the keeper of the secrets. We have a Discord server where you can chat with other members. You can set up private games. You can learn the fine arts of gameplay and game mastering. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Podbean or iTunes. If you'd like to help support our show, please visit our Patreon account. Just $1 a month helps us a lot. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows. And leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answering any questions you might have. This is Tom Rayleigh, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck and good gaming.